morning, church.
Anginibingelele badlalwane.
My name is Sarah Beuta.
Ligama lami nginguSarah Berta.
Mrs. Karimo, I come from Stwashini.
Mrs. Karimo ngisuka eStwashini.
Today I came to give testimony about my novel that I recently completed.
Namuhla ngidoletha bufakazi mayelana nencwadi yami lengithanza kuyicetha.
If I can take you back a little bit, kuthi ngifike njani ekutheni ngize ngiyicethe, how did I reach this
Uma
point?
ngingathatha kancane nginibuyisele emuva to tell you how I have reached to write this book.
It all started about 3.5 years back.
Kuqale eminyakeni lemithathu nehafu leyengcile.
I was going through a lot of challenges in my life
Benginetinsayeya letinengi empilweni yami.
in a way that sometimes I thought I was going mental because I would replay each and every incident in my mind, each and every day, every moment I had time to think.
Esikhathini lesinengi bese ngicabanga nekokuthi sengilahlekelwa ngingqondo ngoba ngesikhathi bengiyaye ngibese ngibuyisa konke lokwendekile empilweni yami ngicabanga ngako.
And then one day I just decided I should pray before I go mental and pray and ask the Lord to help me to do something that can keep my mind busy and not think of what's happening around me.
Ngalelinye lilanga ngase nginquma ukuthandaza kuNkulunkulu ukuthi angiphe licebo lokuthi ngingenta ini kuze ngitawukhohlwa ngato tonke letinkinga letendekako.
That's how I was just sitting one day and a thought just came that I must write a book.
Ngathi ke ngisehledi ngalelinye lilanga kwafika umqondo engcondweni yami ukuthi angibhale incwadi.
I started writing. I didn't have a laptop or anything. I just started with the book, my children's school books and a pen.
Ngaqala ke ngabhala ngangide nebongqondvo ngide nekwekubhala kepha ngathatha incwadi tami tebantwana besikolo ngaqala ngabhala.
It was very difficult. The first page, I didn't really know how to start, what to write. I went to Google, I got more confused, and then I decided to pray again.
Lipheji lami lekucala alikabi lula kulibhala libe likhuni kakhulu ngathi khanza ngingena kubo Google ngilifuna ukuthi ngingaqala njani ukubhala kepha nakude lengakuthola ngakonfuseka kakhulu ngako ngabe sengincuma ukuthi angithandaze kucala.
I found myself finishing the first page up to page 10 in no time. I was getting memories and I was just getting inspired of what to write about.
Ngathi khanza ngibhala lipheji lekucala kuyawufika ephejini lelishumi sengingadi ukuthi ngibhala ngani konke kwase kubuyile emqondweni wami.
But it was very difficult, very difficult.
Kepha nakuko konke bekulukhuni kakhulu.
Having to, because the book is about my life from a young age up to right now.
Lencwadi lengiyiphethe imelana nempilo yami kusukela ebuncaneni kuze kube nginyalo.
It was so difficult in a way that sometimes I would find myself crying at the pain of that particular incident.
Kube lukhuni kakhulu ngoba etikhathini bengitikhanza ngikhaliswa ngilobuhlungu lengengcekibo.
But at the same time I would pray and I would get the urge to continue writing even when I would stop writing.
Ngephana ke bengibese ngiyathandaza ngibese sengithola lelugcozi lelingipha emandla ekuthi ngiqhubeke ngibhale.
My memory bazalwane was very sharp in a way that I was even shocked sometimes. The things that I would remember, the way I would remember them and the way I would put them down in writing.
Ngithi khanze ngikhaliphe kakhulu emqondweni kangangoba ngithi khanze ngikhumbula nako konke lokwendekile ngikhona futhi ukubhala phasi.
I truly believe that being an author is something that came from the Lord because
Ngiyakholelwa kakhulu ukuthi kuba ngumbhali yindvo lechamuke kuNkulunkulu.
because I didn't complete school Bazalwane, not even secondary. Form 2, I did my first term of Form 2 and that was it for me with school.
ngoba kahle kahle angisine umuntu lo wakhona kucedza sikolo ngagcina ebangeni la ka form 2 nakhona nge first term.
But I wrote it Bazalwane, I do not know how, but I wrote it and
Kepha
in proper
ngibhalile
English.
bazalwane ngabhala ngesingisi futhi.
Before I even forget, when I started writing the book,
Ngingakakhohlwa ngathi ngicala kubhala lencwadzi
I noticed that when I would take a pen and start writing,
nganaka ukuthi njalo uma ngithatha ipen ngicala kubhala
I would get sick in a way that I would feel like I'm blacking out right now. I would be very, very violently sick.
bengivamseke kugula kakhulu kugula lokungacondzakali.
But immediately I would close the book and put the pen, I would be okay.
Mangithi ngicedza kubhala ngibeka incwadi ngiyayivala kugula kuyaphela.
And then it came to, I just thought that it should be better that I should start praying. Each time I opened the book, touched the pen, I should pray.
Ngase ngiyancuma ukuthi njalo uma ngicala kubhala ngithatha nje ipheni kufuna ngicale ngekuthandaza.
I started doing that. I never got sick again.
Ngaqala ngenda njalo angiphinzanga ngagula futhi.
I would only get sick when I forgot, but the sickness would remind me to pray.
Bengigula uma ngabe ngikhohliwe ukuthandaza kepha lokugula bekungiko lobese kuyangikhumbuta ukuthi kufanele ngithandaze.
And getting sick would only do only when I am writing. Apart from that, I'm not a sickly person.
Kugula ke bekungiphatha uma ngibhala kuphela kani mina angisuye umuntu logula gule futhi.
Bazalwane, the Lord also gave me strength. In my house, I've got 2 sets of twins and I've got 2 teenagers, which means there is noise from morning to sunset.
Inkosi ingiphile ke emandla bazalwane endlini kami nginema twins lamabili kanti phinze nginema teenagers lamabili.
But during the day, which meant I was not able to write, but at night, that was the only time I wrote. And I do not know also how I managed, because the last set of twins was only about 5 months when I started writing, but I would wake up in the middle of the night and I would write.
Ngenxa yemsindo loba uba khona endlini emini ngase ngikhona kubhala kahle ebusuku kepha na ke akukabi into lelula kangako ngoba bengisena lama twins am egcina bekasana 5 wetinyanga.
I wrote the book Bazalwane. Even today, I myself, I am shocked, I am amazed and surprised at the things that I wrote about.
Ngiyibhalile lencwadi nami bazalwane ngitimangele ngisetfukile ngato tonke letinto lengitibhalile.
Ngibhalile Bazalwane ukuthi ngafike redemption, ngatfola 2 sets of twins.
I wrote, brethren, that I came to the redemption ministries and I received 2 sets of twins.
Ngabhala Bazalwane nekuthi ebusuku umfundisi uhle ete emaphushweni asikhute phinza seluleke asithandazele. Kepha all that I wrote in a story form, in a way that anybody can understand what is being written.
I even wrote that the man of God will visit us at night to encourage us, to give us direction. Konke lengikubhalile bazalwane kubhaleke ngendlela yokuthi kuyafunzeka.
Anybody who reads the part where I wrote about church Bazalwane, ngibhale ngendlela yokuthi lo muntu utatkanza nje ahleli la khatse esontweni kepha abe asendlini afunza lencwadi.
The part where I wrote about the church, brethren, it is like the person who's going to read that section will be here in church while she's at home.
It so happened that my first child in primary school, she was a very brilliant child, listening child, a very good child, but wathi uma aphasa waphasa nge-first lejakele ku-merit.
Kwendekile ke ukuthi indvodzakati yami uma isesebangeni leliphasi esikolweni yayingumfana lokhaliphile kakhulu kangongoba ke ukuthi ebangeni lakhe lesihlanu waphuma nge-first class lebeyiya ku-merit.
When she reached Form 1, it all changed, bazalwane. It just all changed. She was not listening to me anymore.
Uma kafika elibangeni laka form 1 konke kwachinja waqala wangasangilaleli.
Sekafuna nje kuhlala ngaphandle nebamfu angasafune kungisida nje endlini.
Wanting to stay outside with friends, she didn't even want to help me in the house.
Her studies dropped to a limit that in Form 1 she got a fail and promote.
Ehla ke emamaki akhe kangangobukuba ka form 1 wafeyila bampromota.
I let it pass. I tried to talk to her. She told me that it's because I've got too many children in the house, so there's always noise. She doesn't have time to study.
Ngazama kuhlala naye phasi sikhulumisane wangitshela ukuthi kunemsindo lomnengi lakhathi endlini nginebantwana labanyenti yena futhi akasakhona ukudadisha.
But as she said that, I knew that what she was saying is a lie because I tried to make time for each and every child in the house. And I tried to make time to help her study as well.
Lengakwati ke ukuthi konke lokubakakusho kwakukuphosisa nje ngoba ngangibaniketa bonke bantwa bami isikhathi sekudadisha futhi ngitinikete isikhathi sekubasita.
She would tell, each time I would tell her that we should study, she would just fall asleep on top of the books and just let me be.
Sonke isikhathi uma ngithi akadadishe bekavele alale avulele tincwadzi.
And it came to a point, Form 2, she failed, very, very dismal fail. I can say she passed her name only.
Kwathi kuma kafika ebangeni laka form 2 wafeyila kufeyila lengakusho nje ukuthi waphasa kubhala ligama lakhe kuphela.
And then I decided from that time onwards, I decided that it's time that I deal with this issue accordingly, and I brought her to church, bazalwane.
Ngaleso sikhathi ngase ngiyancuma ukuthi angilwe nale nkinga kahle ngilapho ngase ngimletha khona esontweni.
I brought her to the pastor church, and the pastor was able to tell me that I must take my daughter to prayer line and everything will be okay.
Ngamthatha ngammikisa encwekweni yenkosi yangiluleka ukuthi angimthathe ngimlethe elayinini demthandazo kepha konke kutawulunga.
From that day onwards, bazalwane, my daughter was back.
Kusukela ngaleso Kusukela ngaleso sikhathi bazalwane indvodzakati yami yase iyabuya.
I got back the child that loves talking to me, that loves helping me with the young ones, cooking with me. My daughter was just back, 100% back.
Indvodzakati yami yayiseyibuyile ilena lebeyithandza kungisita nasekhishini nasekunakeni bantwana yase ibuyile bazalwane.
Hey, it happened that we changed her schools. She left the previous school. We took her to another school. And since that time she went to that other school, she has never been more than position 5.
Sase siyamchinja tikolwa samfaka kulesinye sikolwa kusukela angena kulele sinye sikolwa akake aphase ngaphansi weposition yesihlanu.
Up to today, bazalwane, she's been accepted to the University of Swaziland, doing a degree in secondary education.
Sikhuluma nje Sikhuluma nje namuhla bazalwane indvodzakati yami yemukelwe eUniversity yaKangwane yenda teaching secondary primary teaching.
I just want to thank the Lord because I nearly went through some difficulties as she was applying for university. There were a lot of things that were happening to an
Ngitawuthanda kubonga inkosi ngoba bekukunengi lobe kwenteka kulesigaba asa applyela enyuvesi.
to an extent that I met, since I am not educated, I thought it would be best that we go to the school and get somebody that would advise us appropriately on how to apply.
Ngoba mina angisuye lofunze kakhulu ngabe sengiyancuma ukuthi kufanele siye lesikolweni sithole lusito umuntu lotaseluleka ngendlela yeku-applya.
Awu ngamthola bhuti bazalwana ngathi nothi waqhamuka kuphi. Yo.
I then got a brother.
Ngamthola khona ema-ofisini asesikolweni, but all of the information he gave us was very wrong. We continued with his information, thinking that it's the right information.
Konke bhuti wami la kangiluleka ngako ngakhanza ukuthi konke kuphambene kepha nasine sasiqhubeka sikwenda.
Ngikwaze ngaze ngafika emahofisini scholarship. That's when I discovered ukuthi how bhuti bamfu udlalile ngathi.
We even went to the scholarship board and that is when I realized that this brother was playing with us.
Wangitshela bhuti, he told me that my daughter does not qualify for full-time, to be a full-time student, but only qualifies to be a part-time student.
Uti wami wangitshela ukuthi indvodzakati yami ayikafaneli kuba ngumfundzi lophelele wemalanga onke kephana utaba ngumfundzi lotawufunza ngemalanga latsite.
Ngingati nami vele ngaqhubeka ngize ngifike ka scholarship angitshela ukuthi cha umfana wakho nje loku asikusponsorishi, we only sponsor full-time students. Ngaphuma ngikhale
Uma ngifika emahhovisini aka scholarship bangitshela ukuthi umvanami uyaqualifya kungena kuleli banga lekufundza malanga onke.
And then I went back to the school. I told them because I was very shocked. Ngitfuka kakhulu ukuthi khona umuntu lebengamthola emahhovisini esikolo kepha anginikete misleading advice.
Ngahamba ngabuyela esikolweni ngitfuke kakhulu ukuthi ukhona yini kephana loba kangasebenta emahhovisini esikolo kephana angeluleke ngekuduka lokunjena.
Labo lecturer lengafike ngabakhanza lelo langa betfuka kakhulu ukuthi hawumake lona lomkhanzile bekwende njani.
The lecturers were even amazed about my story.
But umfana wakho make qualifies 100% even more to be a full-time student, but we just don't know what happened.
Bangitshela ukuthi umfana wami uyaqualifya ukuthi abe ngumfana lofunza malanga onke.
Sesi applyile bazalwane ukuthi umfana abe ku full-time, simele i-reply ukuthi bas-reply, but ngiyambonga simakathe ngoba ukhonile ukumbula konke lokhu lebekufihlakele kimi, and I was able to see everything. The advice I would give bazalwane is that never in my life have I thought I would write a book. I've never dreamt about it, not even once, but with God everything is possible. I never thought it would happen to me.
Lenginganeluleka ngako bazalwane ukuthi nakimi akuzange sengike ngibe nalo liphupho lekubhala incwadi kephana ngaNkulunkulu konke kuyendeka.
Konke kuyendeka bazalwane naku I'm standing, I'm an author of a book of 353 pages. Ngiyambonga simakathe.
Standing before you bazalwane, I am an author of a book with 350 pages.
Thank you.